Traditional psychology has long relied on observation and categorization to understand the complexities of human behavior. It meticulously identifies patterns, classifies disorders, and seeks to explain the why behind our actions. This approach, while valuable, often stops short of offering practical solutions for real-world challenges. CRIPFCnt, a revolutionary new system, pushes beyond this descriptive framework. It introduces the concept of structure as the key to not just understanding, but also realigning human behavior. Imagine a psychologist studying a clock. They might meticulously document the movement of the hands, categorize the different types of gears, and even develop theories about the physics of timekeeping. But CRIPFCnt takes a different approach. It focuses on the underlying structure of the clock itself, the precise arrangement of its components that allows it to function effectively. CRIPFCnt posits that human behavior, like a clock's mechanism, is governed by an underlying structure. This structure, influenced by a complex interplay of psychological factors, determines how we think, feel, and act. By understanding this structure, CRIPFCnt argues, we can move beyond mere observation and categorization. We can begin to develop targeted interventions that recalibrate behavior, promoting positive change at individual and societal levels. This shift from observation to intervention, from description to design, lies at the heart of CRIPFCnt's revolutionary approach. It's not simply about understanding why we behave the way we do, but about actively shaping a better future by optimizing the very framework of human behavior. CRIPFCnt views human behavior as a complex system, akin to a sophisticated machine with interconnected parts working in concert. Each part, representing a different aspect of our psychological makeup, contributes to the overall functioning of the system. These parts, however, are not static or fixed. They are dynamic and malleable, subject to change and adaptation based on internal and external influences. This dynamic interplay of psychological components forms the architecture of behavior. CRIPFCnt emphasizes that this architecture is not predetermined or immutable. It is shaped by a combination of innate predispositions and environmental factors, making each individual's behavioral structure unique. Understanding this individual blueprint is crucial to CRIPFCnt's approach. Just as an architect analyzes a building's structure to identify strengths and weaknesses, CRIPFCnt provides tools to assess an individual's behavioral architecture. This assessment allows for the identification of potential vulnerabilities, areas where the system might be prone to malfunction or misalignment. By pinpointing these areas, CRIPFCnt enables targeted interventions to strengthen the overall structure. This structured approach moves away from the traditional one-size-fits-all solutions often employed in psychology. Instead, CRIPFCnt advocates for personalized interventions tailored to an individual's unique behavioral architecture. This personalized approach, grounded in a deep understanding of the underlying structure of behavior, forms the cornerstone of CRIPFCnt's effectiveness. CRIPFCnt doesn't reinvent the wheel, it refines it. Instead of discarding established psychological models, CRIPFCnt integrates them into its framework, utilizing their strengths to create a comprehensive system for understanding and realigning behavior. Think of it as assembling a toolkit where each tool, though distinct, serves a specific purpose in the overall construction process. The Big Five personality traits, for example, provide a broad overview of an individual's disposition, highlighting their tendencies across 5 core dimensions. This information helps to map out the general terrain of their behavioral architecture. The Myers-Briggs type indicator, with its focus on cognitive preferences, offers insights into how individuals process information and make decisions, revealing the internal mechanisms that drive their actions. Emotional intelligence, social intelligence, and adversity quotient further enrich the picture, providing nuanced understanding of an individual's emotional landscape, social aptitude, and resilience in the face of challenges. These elements, like specialized tools, allow for a more precise examination of specific aspects within the behavioral architecture. Lastly, the Enneagram, with its focus on core motivations and fears, delves into the deepest layers of an individual's psyche. It helps uncover the underlying driving forces that shape their perceptions, reactions, and ultimately their behavior patterns. By integrating these diverse yet complementary models, CRIPFCnt constructs a multifaceted and dynamic representation of an individual's behavioral structure. This comprehensive understanding forms the basis for targeted interventions aimed at realignment and positive change. The traditional justice system, often focused on punishment and retribution, often fails to address the root causes of criminal behavior. CRIPFCnt challenges this paradigm, advocating for a shift from punitive measures to a system focused on structural realignment. Imagine a justice system that, instead of simply incarcerating individuals, seeks to understand and address the underlying factors that contribute to criminal behavior. CRIPFCnt posits that criminal behavior, like all behavior, is a product of an individual's unique behavioral architecture. This architecture, shaped by a complex interplay of genetic predispositions, environmental influences, and personal experiences, can create vulnerabilities that increase the likelihood of engaging in criminal activity. Instead of viewing criminals solely as perpetrators deserving of punishment, CRIPFCnt encourages us to see them as individuals with misaligned behavioral structures. This perspective shift paves the way for a more humane and effective approach to justice, one that prioritizes rehabilitation and reintegration into society. CRIPFCnt proposes a system where, upon conviction, individuals undergo comprehensive assessments to identify the specific weaknesses and misalignments within their behavioral architecture. Based on these assessments, personalized intervention plans are developed, focusing on strengthening vulnerabilities and promoting positive behavioral change. These interventions could include a combination of therapy, education, skill development, and social support, all tailored to address the individual's unique needs. This approach, grounded in understanding and compassion, aims to break the cycle of recidivism and create a safer, more just society. Section 5. Restructuring the workplace, cultivating growth and productivity. The traditional workplace, often characterized by rigid hierarchies and standardized approaches, frequently struggles to optimize employee potential. CRIPFCnt offers a refreshing alternative, advocating for a workplace structured around the principles of understanding, adaptability, and individual growth. Imagine a workplace where each employee's unique strengths and talents are not just recognized, but actively cultivated. CRIPFCnt's framework makes this possible by encouraging employers to view their workforce through the lens of behavioral architecture. By understanding the diverse ways individuals think, learn, and interact, organizations can create environments that foster engagement, collaboration, and innovation. CRIPFCnt proposes implementing personalized development plans for employees based on their individual behavioral profiles. These plans would outline specific strategies for skill enhancement, career progression, and personal growth, ensuring that each individual feels challenged, supported, and valued. Imagine a workplace where performance reviews are not about criticism, but about constructive feedback and guidance tailored to an individual's strengths and areas for improvement. This shift from a standardized to a personalized approach extends to all aspects of the workplace, from communication styles to team dynamics. CRIPFCnt encourages organizations to embrace diversity in all its forms, recognizing that a tapestry of perspectives and approaches leads to greater creativity and problem-solving. By fostering an environment of mutual understanding and respect, CRIPFCnt paves the way for a more harmonious, productive, and ultimately fulfilling workplace. Section 6. Recalibrating the home, fostering harmony and understanding. The home, the foundational unit of society, plays a pivotal role in shaping individual well-being and interpersonal relationships. CRIPFCnt recognizes the importance of this environment and offers valuable insights on how its principles can be applied to foster harmony, understanding, and effective communication within families. Imagine a home where conflicts are resolved not through power struggles or emotional outbursts, but through empathy, open communication, and a willingness to see things from another's perspective. CRIPFCnt's focus on understanding individual behavioral architecture provides the tools to make this vision a reality. By recognizing that each family member operates from a unique behavioral blueprint, CRIPFCnt encourages a shift from judgment and blame to curiosity and compassion. Imagine parents who, instead of labeling their child as difficult or stubborn, seek to understand the underlying motivations and fears driving their behavior. This understanding allows for more effective communication and the development of strategies to address challenging behaviors in a positive and constructive manner. CRIPFCnt emphasizes the importance of creating a home environment where individuals feel safe to express their emotions, needs, and perspectives. This requires active listening, empathy, and a willingness to compromise. By fostering a climate of mutual respect and understanding, families can navigate challenges more effectively, strengthening their bonds and creating a more loving and supportive home environment. Section 7. Redesigning Society, a Blueprint for Progress. CRIPFCnt's vision extends beyond individual transformation, encompassing a broader societal shift towards a more just, equitable, and fulfilling world. Imagine a society that prioritizes understanding over judgment, collaboration over competition, and collective well-being over individual gain. This is the promise of CRIPFCnt's approach. By recognizing that societal structures often perpetuate inequalities and limit human potential, CRIPFCnt calls for a fundamental redesign. This redesign begins with a shift in perspective, moving away from the traditional US versus them mentality towards a more inclusive and interconnected worldview. Imagine an education system that celebrates neurodiversity, catering to different learning styles and fostering a love of learning in all students. CRIPFCnt's framework supports this vision, advocating for personalized learning approaches that empower students to reach their full potential. CRIPFCnt envisions a healthcare system that addresses not just physical ailments but also mental and emotional well-being. By integrating its principles into healthcare practices, CRIPFCnt promotes a holistic approach to health, recognizing the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit. Imagine a healthcare system that prioritizes prevention and early intervention, equipping individuals with the tools and support to maintain their well-being throughout their lives. Section 8. Beyond traditional psychology, CRIPFCnt as civilizational design. CRIPFCnt represents a paradigm shift in our understanding of human behavior and its implications for society. It transcends the traditional boundaries of psychology, offering a blueprint for what we might call civilizational design. This approach moves beyond simply studying and categorizing human behavior to actively shaping it towards a more positive and fulfilling future. CRIPFCnt challenges us to view ourselves and our institutions through a new lens, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of individual behavior and societal structures. It encourages us to move beyond quick fixes and superficial solutions, advocating for a deeper understanding of the underlying systems that shape our world. This shift in perspective requires a willingness to embrace complexity, to acknowledge that there are no easy answers or one-size-fits-all solutions. It demands a commitment to ongoing learning, adaptation, and collaboration as we navigate the ever-evolving landscape of human behavior and societal challenges. CRIPFCnt, therefore, is not merely a new theory or a set of tools. It is a call to action. It is an invitation to participate in the conscious design of a better future, one built on the foundations of understanding, empathy, and a shared commitment to human flourishing. Section 9. A future built on understanding the promise of CRIPFCnt. The promise of CRIPFCnt lies not in utopian ideals, but in its pragmatic and actionable approach to creating a better world. By equipping individuals with the tools to understand and manage their own behavior, and by providing a framework for designing more just and equitable systems, CRIPFCnt offers a path towards a brighter future. Imagine a world where conflicts are resolved through dialogue and understanding, where individuals are empowered to reach their full potential, and where societies prioritize collective well-being. This is the world that CRIPFCnt envisions, a world built on the solid foundation of a deep and compassionate understanding of human behavior. The journey towards this future will undoubtedly be filled with challenges, but the potential rewards are immeasurable. By embracing the principles of CRIPFCnt, we embark on a collective endeavor to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, a world where understanding paves the way for progress, harmony, and lasting peace. The future is not predetermined, it is ours to create. CRIPFCnt provides the blueprint, the tools, and the inspiration to build a world worthy of our highest aspirations. The rest is up to us.